Well, we're about a week into the new year. Whew, how you feeling? It's been a rough couple of years, and I'm sure we're all bracing for what this new year will bring. But for today, I invite you to take a breath, pause, and let yourself rest for a moment. Today's sermon is a little bit different. Today, I'm going to guide you through what's called a white stone ritual. Now, if you've never heard of this before, let me give you a bit of background. The ritual is based on the scripture from Revelation 2:17, and I'm quoting today from the Message. Are your ears awake? Listen. Listen to the wind words, the spirit blowing through the churches. I'll give the sacred manna to every conqueror. I'll also give a clear, smooth stone inscribed with your new name, your secret new name. Now, symbolically, the stone represents freedom. As was custom in the ancient days during slavery in the Holy Land, a prisoner was given a white stone when he was freed from servitude as a token of his freedom. And on his stone was a new name that he would take into this new life, leaving behind the shame and trials of their past selves. Now, during this service, traditionally, you might think of the new year, new you, and write on your stone or paper whatever word or phrase comes to you when you think about the directions and plans you might have for your life. And I'm going to ask you to hold off for a little bit because there'll be a time for that later. At the start of the new year, many people decide on a focus word for the year. And now I've done this for many years. Words I've used in the past are explore, listen, trust. Last year I got serendipity. Some of my colleagues have shared their words. One said that their word last year was soft, and their word for this year is softer. So still have some work to do on that one, apparently. Now, on the website Fast Company, an article by Lisa Evans says, certified life coach Megan Day guides her clients through selecting the one word that will motivate them through the coming year. The word, quote, the word that you choose becomes a guidepost. It serves as a guide for your actions, your thoughts, your goals, she says. Now, this seems like a lot of pressure to place on one little word. Day says the word itself is not what is so powerful, but the time that you take to choose it. Through the process of selecting a word, you come face to face with your values and identify the things that will help you move forward to where you want to be. Quote, the word that you select is not only forward thinking, it also helps to reflect upon the year that has passed and learn from your mistakes and things that didn't go well, says Day. When selecting your word, ask yourself what went well in the previous year and what didn't go as well as you would have liked. Reflect upon any personal growth you've had over the past year. Who did you used to be? And who are you now? Reviewing your year can help you to highlight the things that are missing in your current life. Oftentimes, the words that we are drawn to are the words that we intuitively know we lack, says Day. Claiming that word helps us take ownership of these shortcomings and come up with an antidote for overcoming them, almost like taking on an alter ego. The word or words remind you of where you want to go, what you want to do, and who you want to be. They are often aspirational, and they can have different meanings. Often my words connect to one another through the meanings I derive from them. And you could have the same word as me, but to have them mean different things for you. And that's okay and actually pretty cool when you think about it. Now, perhaps you've already have a word for this year, and perhaps you've never heard of this concept before. And maybe some of you might think this is all a little silly. Well, I hope you'll indulge me for a bit. You see, we're going to do a meditation soon to help you find your word. And like I said, you may have already chosen a word or had it choose you, but I invite you to participate anyway. Maybe you'll find another word to go with the one you already have. Perhaps you'll get confirmation that yes, that's your word. Now, during my doctoral program, my cohort was known to pass out a little gift to everyone coming in for the first morning chapel of our intensives. We've passed out little crosses, prayer stones, and the first time we were in person, we passed out these cards. And each card has a different word on them. And what was lovely, and the reason why I have a huge stack of them, was that my mentor asked if I'd like the remainder, since it was something that could be used in UU contexts. And so today, when we're done, if you still weren't sure of your word, I can draw one for you. And some of the words in here are wholeness, friendship, invite, tenderness. So more on that later. No stress if you don't find a word today. Now, we put out that you'd want to have a stone for today, one you can write on. And if you don't have a stone, that's fine. Please don't panic. I do invite you to put something in your hands that has some weight so you can feel it, and then have a way to write down your word once we're done. And if you have a stone and a Sharpie or marker, you're good to go. And if it is more comfortable for you during this, you can mute your video. The point is to be able to be comfortable and focus. So let's begin. Let's settle in and hold on to our rocks or whatever else we have that has that weight. Take a deep breath. And settle into your seat. If you're comfortable and willing, close your eyes. And I'm going to describe a journey for you, and you can imagine it however you wish. If at any point you're uncomfortable, I invite you to come back to this space and just sit quietly. Take another deep breath. And before you, I invite you to see a hallway. Now, down this hallway are many open doors. And I want you to move down this hallway, and you notice that in each room is some distracting thought. Nothing major. It could be what you want to do for lunch today, or a reminder tickling your brain that you have an appointment tomorrow. And as you move down this hallway, I invite you to simply close the doors to these rooms. You're not locking them. The doors will open again once we're done here. But for now, I invite you to just quietly close the doors to these distractions as you journey down the hallway. As you reach the end of the hallway, you're going to see a doorway that opens to a set of spiral stairs. Now, if stairs are not your thing, this is a ramp that slowly winds down to another floor. Either way, I'd like for you now to visualize yourself moving down these steps or ramp as I count down. On each number, you'll descend a little bit more and find yourself becoming more relaxed, recognizing that the little distracting thoughts are now behind closed doors, and you're able to focus on the time you're spending right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, becoming more relaxed. 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking a deep breath as you relax. 9, 10. Take another deep breath with me. Before you is another hallway, much like the one above, only this time behind these doors are some of your bigger concerns and thoughts. And again, as you pass by them, I invite you to gently close the doors for now. We're not locking doors here, and you'll be able to access them again later if you wish. We're simply keeping these bigger concerns from bothering you now. So go ahead and move through that hallway and close the doors. As you reach the end of the hallway, there will be another set of stairs or a ramp. Let us take a deep breath. And descend, becoming more relaxed as we do. Recognize that you've closed the doors on the concerns you're struggling with so that you can focus on this time and your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, becoming more relaxed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is another hallway before you. And in this hallway, behind the doors, you'll find memories from this past year that might be bubbling up right now. Some may be positive, some may be negative, and some may be neutral. And as you journey down this hallway, I invite you again to shut the doors as you pass them. However, in this hallway, if you want, you can lock doors you wish to lock. I leave that up to you, remembering that you always hold the keys to these locks. If a particular memory is relevant for your planning for this next year, I invite you to note it and close the door for now. Go ahead and journey down this hallway. Another set of stairs or a ramp are before you, and let us take another deep breath. Recognizing that we've closed the doors on the things in this hallway. And on each number, you find yourself becoming more and more relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, becoming more relaxed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, this hallway before you holds your fears. These doors have locks. And if you wish, you can journey down this hallway and close these doors. These can be tangible fears around money or health, or they can be fears of the unknown and uncertainty. For right now, let us close these doors so that we're not spurned on by fear. And if you need to, you can lock these doors, remembering that you hold these keys. Let us journey down this hallway now. At the end of this hallway is another set of stairs or a ramp. Let us take another deep breath, knowing that our fears are behind us and cannot affect us now. And let us journey down these stairs or ramp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Before you is another hallway, and this one holds your deepest dreams and desires, the things you really want to accomplish, whether in this upcoming year or later down the road. Things you aren't sure you can make happen, and those that you are certain you can. As you journey down this hallway, I invite you to peek in each doorway and make a mental note of what's in there. If you need to help you focus, you can close these doors as well, or you can leave them wide open. We want to take this energy with us. At the end of this hallway is another set of stairs or a ramp. Let us take another deep breath and prepare to go deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At the bottom, you'll find one more doorway. And as you open this door, you find yourself in a place where you feel safe and relaxed. This could be a room, a house, a building, an area outside under the trees, or near the ocean, or near a babbling brook. Each of you will see something different. What's important is that you will be in a place where you feel safe and relaxed. I invite you to sense everything about the space, the sights, the smells, the sounds, the textures, even if there's anything that you can taste. And in this space, I invite you to find a comfortable place to sit and rest. In this space, the only things that can enter and interact with you are things that wish you joy and happiness and are things that you invite. As you sit and get comfortable, I want you to think about your year ahead. I want you to focus on what you might need in this coming year. If you're comfortable and you desire it, I invite you to open yourself up to wisdom brought to you by another being or person, alive or dead, or some type of guide. And if that's not something that works for you, you can envision that the information you need can appear or simply enter your mind. In this space, it is what works for you. Now, as you focus on the year ahead and what you might need, a word or two may come forward in some way. And if it does, hold on to that. And if you want to go deeper on it, you can do so now. And if you've been visited by anyone or anything, I invite you to thank them for their presence and assistance. If you've found information you need from some other source, I invite you to offer thanks for the information. And know that this space is yours to enter whenever you want or need. It is your space alone. And I invite you now to come back out the door that you entered. We're not going to go back up the 5 flights of stairs or ramps that we took down. Instead, I invite you to look to your right and see an elevator lift. Now, this can look like a sleek, modern elevator or an elevator with ornate ironwork gates, whatever works for you. I invite you to enter the elevator and allow the doors to close behind you. On the wall of the elevator, there is a number panel, and I invite you to watch the numbers change as we come back to this space. 5, 4, 3, becoming more aware of the space around you. 2, more awake. 1, fully awake and aware and back in your room. And I invite you to open your eyes when you're ready. You have your rock or your piece of paper or notation space, and I invite you to write down the word you received for your year ahead. And if you don't have one yet, I invite you to keep your rock near you, and when it comes to you, to write it on your rock. If you need another rock because you have more than one word, that's fine too. So what's the point of the rocks? Well, my hope is that you will place them somewhere you can see them every day. They're a little sturdier than just a piece of paper that can get lost in our day-to-day life. Perhaps a home altar, perhaps on your kitchen or dining room table, perhaps on your nightstand or on your bathroom counter. Somewhere that you will see your word every day, because that can allow you It can allow that to lead you through the year. And perhaps at some point in this year, you'll find that your word has changed. That's possible and entirely okay. I encourage you to find a new word and do the same thing. Put it somewhere where you can see it every day. You can also feel free to share your words with each other, and I hope that we'll do that during coffee hour. Perhaps you'll find someone who has the same or a similar word, and you can work together as accountability partners for each other. Now, I invite you to hold your rock in your hands for a moment, or your piece of paper, whatever you've written your word on. May these words you've discovered guide your path in this year ahead. May these words give you hope, give you strength, and give you joy. May these words be a part of your plan for 2025, and may it be so. Blessed be, and amen.